when private equity gets involved, I think we can all go to any company we've interfaced with. And it's like, once private equity kicks into it, they don't seem to care about you anymore. I mean,
no.
Go to any grocery store that's private equity, go to anything. And you're like, what happened? Like, this is weird. Now, we don't need to go hammer on that because we could have a long conversation there.
I could go. But I could do it. But it's true. It's like, it changes, right? And you can feel it change really fast. So that's why I love what we've done is whereas like we've built it brick by brick by brick as a family. And as we brought people in, we brought people into that.
And that's what's so great about the OEL story at the end of the day is there's you can't replicate the ingredients that are with OEL that make it so powerful.
Dad started it, 3 brothers at the helm. It's such a cool, it's HGTV, TLC network, Discover, whatever you want to put it on.
I love
it's the
working
same
with
thing.
the brand. It's my favorite brand to work with because of the ingredients. It's got this beautiful legacy Americana component to it of a dad that did a lot of things really right, right? I mean, the foundation and the reputation that OEL has that you guys were able to run with was phenomenal. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better gift, a better story there, right? And then the ability for him over time to hand it off to you guys. And then the relationship between you and Josh, how you complement each other and fight with each other. And then you go into the office and it's wild, right? Like, it's great. And then you will hear like, oh my gosh, are these guys okay with each other? Well, then you throw
a complete pipe wrench into the whole thing. And then Forrest enters the business too. And it's like, dude, he's a complete, like, and Forrest, it's one of those things where it's funny because it's such a good feeling too. Like, whenever I go to a conference or an expo or whatever else it is and stuff, the number one question that I will get asked almost immediately,
where's Forrest?
It's one of two. Where's Forrest? Where's Forrest? How is Josh?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's invested into this like Dyer family.
Right.
And I think that's what's so fun about it is I'm like, I get to talk about my family all the time. And then I get to actually watch them, like watch each of us kind of move into these different experiences and stuff. And I think that's what's that's the intoxication point of a family business that everybody always says, oh, working with family business must be hard. It totally is. It sucks.
Right.
Like, there's times where it is miserable.
Yeah.
You're mad at each
Holidays
other.
are wild.
Holidays suck. Thanksgiving's weird.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's at odds about something else and stuff. Luckily, we haven't had that experience in a while, which has been good. So we're probably due for it.
Yeah.
But
I'll call you after this Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But generally speaking, we're all very vested in each other's best interest. And as a whole, what are we doing and how are we helping build this thing that we all want to do?
Well, and the legacy that you guys are building, I mean, you know, we don't need to air everything out, but I know how you guys function internally and how even the family members that are not involved in the business is still, they're in the ecosystem.
Oh, they're right next to us
right?
still the whole time.
Like, it is an awesome thing to see, especially like where everything is about shares and price and all this stuff that I get it. And I'm not trying to demonize that, but it's a drink of cold water when you encounter the thing, the business that they care. They really care. Like, and actually, and I love the honesty, like when Josh says, just care a little bit. Like, you're not trying to say how I'm going to like go save you and your whole family or get like, no, I just actually like, I care just a little bit.
Yeah, dude, my mom lives down the street from the office still. So it's like, like Josh takes her breakfast sometimes and she comes over and still dumps her trash in the dumpsters. Like, it's like one of these things where like, we're all sort of in this thing together. It feels very, it's a step back in time.
Yeah.
In this day and age where it's like, dude, we're still a family. Like,
but
we're still operating.
Look at like the products that you guys are offering. And I think that's what you specifically did really well inside the business is you coupled it with a lot of innovation. You saw it from that kind of LA background of how do you make this stuff not just practical, but functional. And actually maybe even it feels weird to say PPE can look good, but I think your stuff looks the best in the market for PPE. And then that came from the innovation. It came from the relationships that you guys formed through your partners. And they, I think, like the family side. They like that story. Now, I don't want anybody to hear if you don't have that kind of family story, you're screwed.
Totally.
But you have some unique story.
Right.
I promise you. I mean, if you're private equity, okay, maybe it's a different thing. And then there is just different pieces to the party.
Yeah, you may have more steps to flesh that whole thing out. So
right. But you have a unique story that I guarantee is captivating. I mean, how many people do you meet in this world that you were like, dude, there's nothing to them? Almost everybody I sit down with is like, wow, there's something cool about you.
Well, I think you have two pathways in the working economy is like, you either are you work and you're a part of a company and this is what your job is. This is what your lane is. What we did was we said, how do we bring people into our family? Right. And that's kind of the piece of this that I think is the different motive behind a lot of like we genuinely, and Josh is better at this than I am, like genuinely cares about everybody's well interest. I care about what everybody's opportunities are, right? So I'm constantly like trying to lay out like the future growth, the tracks, where are we going with this and stuff? How do we create more opportunities for people? How do we continue to innovate and be front facing or like the leader in the marketplace? Whereas Josh is like kind of the mother hen being like, is this person okay? You doing okay? How you feeling? Like everything good with you type of thing? You like, here's the direction we're going.
Like, I knew
what do we need resources wise to make sure you're comfortable? And I'm like, let's go. Like, let's go.
I knew I was working with something different and special. My first interview with Josh. So this is like a long time ago. And I asked him, what's your favorite thing about working with OEL, for OEL, however you want to phrase that? And he said, depositing money in everybody's 401k. I'm like, what? Like, that's a different animal there altogether, right? And then you couple it with you wanting to, you never sleep, hit the gas, take advantage of every opportunity, manifest these opportunities, crazy visions. Like, I love it when I get calls from you like, Jay, I've got this thing and I don't know if it's going to work or whatever, but we're going to go and we're going to try it. And more often than not, they do, which is fun. So I think you couple those things with OEL and it's a very fun brand to work with. My only critique is I don't get to do it more, right? Like, it would be fun to just work with you guys 24/7, right? Because I love the brand. I love what's behind it. And there's also like, I think what we're not saying that maybe we should say is, anytime you establish vendor relationships, it needs to be a relationship. You need to care about each other. You actually have to like each other. And we have that, right? And sometimes that's just DNA. That's not like, not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to like you. That's fine. We stumbled into this thing that's like, our families care about each other, right? Like, I'm this weird satellite out here of OEL that's involved. And I love seeing Josh. I love seeing Forrest for the most part, right? That's
everybody's reaction. He's hilarious though.
No, if you want to laugh, go hang out with Forrest. So that is the lightning in the bottle. And then there is a consistency piece. I know it's a struggle from your end because, gosh, you have 1,000 things on your plate. But I think you guys have done a pretty good job with consistency. And I think that your growth, the 5X, is the marketing's a piece of that. It just is,